Speaking of Christmas, let's move into our topic here. We're talking about Christmas menswear, and all things contained therein.
Ethan, can you play? I forgot to download royalty-free Christmas music. Can you play like Silent Night or Oh Christmas Tree or something on the piano really quick?
Can they hear it?
I don't know. We'll find out. Probably. I always hear when you play. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So there we go. We set the mood. We appropriately set the mood. I hope everyone has their hot cocoa and is gathered.
Oh, I have to get my eggnog.
We got it.
Yeah, gathered around the TV, laptop, whatever, with their family.
Let me whip some eggnog real quick.
I hope that this stream becomes like a Christmas tradition. Like every year, people watch this one with their families, and it's like Elf or
replay this stream on YouTube.
We're the new Elf.
Office Christmas movie, Office Christmas Party. Of course, all those classic movies that you watch every year.
Oh, I forgot about Office Christmas Party.
I've just been seeing so many ads for it, like whenever I turn on like FX or whatever.
Have you? I haven't.
Because
because
FX has the rights to it, and I like thinking of it like they're trying to make it.
FX has the movies.
They're trying to make it the new modern Christmas classic.
Wait, is this the one with like? Isn't like Kate McKinnon in it or something?
Probably. I don't know. It's all the
or
same
like Jason
people.
Bateman.
Yeah, it's all the dozen people that are in every big studio comedy.
Right.
But yeah, need to get my nog. Get your nog on.
Need to get
dude.
them. Get those noggos, baby. But yeah, let's talk about Christmas parties. Have you guys had a lot of gone to a lot of Christmas parties? Like, is that like a thing for you guys?
I went to a little gathering yesterday.
Oh, little.
Okay.
Super spreader.
Yeah. It was only like 4 dozen people. Okay, all right. So
that's small for New York.
Yeah. It was only
4
like an
dozen
entire.
is
what's big for New
York 3.
You've heard of a New York minute? This is a New York.
New
Yeah.
York
Like,
3. You do the math. Figure out.
I don't know. Like
the
we
rest of it
talked
from there.
briefly about Friendsmith on the Patreon, the bonus episode, which is a lot of fun. I have a clip that I'll play tomorrow because I forgot to do it earlier this week because it was Christmas, and then of course we have an actual podcast episode coming out tomorrow. But I'm just remembering now that I did go do Friendsmith with a couple of college friends or friends from my old high school, and there's one outfit in particular that was like so bad. I don't know where it is. I'm sure if I went on my old Tumblr I'd find it. But I wore like a polyester,
Nice.
like it's like a Norwegian kind of style, or like a like a Christmas style sweater, Fair Isle, I guess. And I wore that with like a blue and green gingham shirt and a red square and satin bow tie.
Oh my god!
Wow.
and then a brown sport coat from H&M. But I think I sized up because I was kind of bigger back then, so it fit more like a car coat, or a little like a little bit of like, it was kind of big. Maybe actually, now that I think about it, maybe it was proper jacket length, but at the time, because I thought jackets should be shorter, it was probably too long. And then I wore that with like blue jeans, just like not even cuffed, just
Hell
like
yeah,
like
dude.
boot cut jeans,
Full stack.
And I'm pretty sure I brought a pipe as a prop.
I'll say you did.
As you do.
As you do, yeah. Because
you always bring props to your friends' house.
as we know, I thought that's what you had to do.
Well, no, because
Seemed like a
you
human.
guys don't understand. The guy hosting the party was Carrot Head. Of course, he had to bring the prop.
Carrot Head.
Yeah,
What?
Carrot Head, prop
The
comedian.
famous prop comedian Carrot Head.
No, the famous prop comedian Carrot Head.
I know him
Carrot
well.
Top?
Yeah.
Carrot Top.
No. No. He's right. Carrot Head. He's my favorite.
I love Carrot Head.
We love Carrot Head.
But yeah, that was
man.
that was a big thing back then. We had like White Elephant and everything. I think we also did
Wait, what? You had what?
White
White
Elephant.
What is that?
Oh, you don't.
Hold on.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's go through the other names of it. Do you know Yankee Swap?
I do know that.
It's Yankee Swap.
Okay, it's Yankee Swap. Okay, I was gonna be like, hold on, you don't know what that is?
Oh.
It reminds me. By the way, we put this in the Discord, but like I was listening to the podcast, and a woman was like, "Oh yeah, like Ami Tora, like because Handcut Radio interviewed like the head of the bespoke division of London Levi's." Which is really cool. Great episode. And she's like talking about Ami Tora, and he goes, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Wait, you don't know about this book?" And he goes like, "Oh no." It's like, "Oh, it's a book about like how Japan saved American style." He goes, "I have to check that out." And I'm like, "Yeah, you do, Alex. You should check out that book immediately from the library."
It's Harrison Ford on Force Ghosts.
I can't read. I don't know what that is.
I don't care.
Why not for what it is? By the way, chat, let us know if you don't know what it is and you need us to explain it.
Oh, yes,
Oops says it's a terrible
Spencer, I'm watching a Twitch delay, and I just watched Spencer get up and walk into the fire. And then back.
Oh shit!
Well, I'm back now, so I guess I'm coming
back
out
like
of the fire.
shattering.
Right?
Misak and Bendigo or whatever.
Oh no!
So, I'm sorry if it's actually for children. It's Rack Shack and Benny from the VeggieTales version. With Mr. Nether.
Where's my hairbrush?
Bring it back to Tony the Tiger voice. That's it. That's kind of close.
Mr. Nether is Tony the
Actually,
Tiger.
maybe I shouldn't use the Mr. Nether
They stopped doing the Nether voice.
You have to use the new one, the new veggie.
Mr. Nether. He's got like a Charlie Day kind of thing, just like a gruff voice.
Rough McGruff.
Yeah,
that's it.
But yeah, did you guys ever dress
Yankee
up for
swap.
for Christmas parties with your friends?
Not for Christmas parties with my friends, because I never had Christmas parties on Christmas Day.
I meant like you know what I mean, like you dress up for like Friendsmas. I know we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, I did, but like I'm often usually the only guy and the only person wearing like kind of like menswear or something like that in the more recent years. Yeah, it's a real good thing. Yeah, you better believe me. I show up in a tie and tailoring. No one's gonna believe what I'm wearing.
You bring in just like a bunch of mistletoe. Like that's
I'm kissing everybody in the room.
I'm kissing everyone.
No discrimination.
No discrimination. That's how I think of it.
Do you have one of those hats with like the little dangly mistletoe?
Oh, I never leave home without it. Please. And it turns me from the boardroom to the bedroom.
He wears it year round too.
Year round.
No one ever says that those mistletoe rules only last.
They do call me a mistletoe.
Mistletoe. They call you the mistletoe.
Yeah, okay.
No one ever says that only works on Christmas.
The mistletoe.
It works year round. People don't believe that. If you have mistletoe, they gotta kiss you.
Yeah, they have to do it. They're contractually obligated. So I can't get in trouble. Come on, PC pop police.
It's not sexual harassment if it's the law.
Yeah. No one can hear you scream if you don't.
When the president
do you
does
guys
it's
have
not Frost v. Nixon.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Frost v. Nixon?
Frost v. Nixon.
Talking to me?
That's not what.
Let's break this down. Yeah. Let's get into this.
Yeah. Well, what's the lawsuit, Spencer?
The lawsuit is Frost, so it would be Frost bringing the case because his name comes first. He'd probably be suing Nixon. I don't know, maybe for the dirty tricks he pulls in the first scene where he just rambles on about irrelevant things, so he never actually gets to any of his questions.
Those dirty tricks.
There.
Yeah, you know that's what he does.
Filibuster
Turns tricks.
Yeah. I mean, Frost v. Nixon is a. Damn it! Now I got saying it. Frost Nixon's a very good movie. I like it. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of another. I think one time I did when I started collecting vintage for this other Christmas party. I wore, especially seen it. It's like a cool, like kind of abstract, like design knit. Look, it's like a diagonal check, or I guess diamond check, like red 30s sweater. And I got that like a while back. I wore that with a white spear point, but then I wore it with a black and gray houndstooth square end check bow tie. And I wore that with black jeans and boots because and my socks were like cable knit, or not cable knit, Fair Isle socks.
I was gonna say
it was a very like hashtag menswear, like another hashtag menswear look, and I'm pretty sure I wore that with like I don't know, like a leather jacket or something, to kind of get that
Mm-hmm.
Tumblr type look.
Real men, real style would approve of that fit, because they love some fun socks.
That's what I should do. I can't believe, we talked about that having like an Instagram where I could post some old pictures. I should just post my old fucking Tumblr era early hashtag menswear looks.
On your face so they can't get you,
track you down.
Yeah.
So,
but okay,
that crazy bow tie with leather jacket. I guess that's
right.
You should be Matt. You should be posting all of your leather daddy fits on Real Men Real Style.
On the main feed. Yes, on their feed because they'll love it. I'm sure they'll love it.
So okay, how about this? So say you have all that now about menswear in your current collection. What would you wear to Friendsmas? Or a friend or a Christmas party. We'll start with Jason.
Yeah.
I probably like a cashmere sweater, and I probably wouldn't do anything too crazy, and at least for me, right? Too crazy for me.
Mm-hmm.
So probably either like jeans, lug-soled loafers, like a white cashmere sweater because I'm an asshole, and like a striped OCBD.
Right.
I did just get this cool cashmere sweatshirt, which is the coolest thing that I ever bought for the store that I work for.
Mm-hmm.
I did take one of them because I felt I deserved it.
You do.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like this. It's the color is called white noise, so it's like this. It's the base color is white, but it's got gray little kind of flecks to it, like a melange stitch to it. It's really nice cashmere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's pretty much like a sweater and jeans.
Okay.
Most of my friends here, aren't obviously menswear people. Most of them, don't really work. Well, I guess some of them work for stores, but not in the capacity that I do, or just outside of work, just wear regular people clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I were to show up in a full suit or something to that, it might be a little off-putting. Last year, I wore the cord suit to Dave's. I went to Dave's Christmas party, and I wore the cord suit, and he was wearing his too. So it wasn't weird.
That's
but if it was
right.
but if it was just for if I was going to maybe one of Tamara's friend's house, my girlfriend's house, then it's okay, I'll just not be annoying.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like a good fit. I mean, yeah, white sweater. I mean, I know MJ. This was not for Christmas, but MJ wore a white sweater with white jeans. But he did the tied sweater on a navy jacket. He wore that to the LACMA event, it was an evening.
Wow, yeah, that's nice. Maybe even a cream turtleneck under a OCBD with some jeans.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I was I don't know when this will happen. It probably won't have a black tie Christmas, because I just finished the 4th season of the Crown, and the last episode is a Christmas episode, and everyone is wearing everyone's wearing black tie, and I think that's really cool. But I mean, honestly, when we all hang out,
they have a Phantom Thread. Don't they go to a black tie? No, is that a black tie Christmas or New Year's party?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I like a New Year's party for black tie.
Yeah, I think Christmas is cozier, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's my impression.
I don't like the idea of themed parties. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Well, I was gonna say,
dress codes.
I
would dress codes,
but I think it's fun if everyone kind of agrees, hey, why don't we just all wear tuxedo? It's kind of fun.
I think that would make sense for if we got together, because we kind of all understand. We understand the realm. If someone walks in here wearing all leather, I'm gonna feel bad because I'm clearly not dressed for the event.
It's me, by the way.
If Matt comes into my apartment and he's decked out in leather, sweating profusely,
it's like that scene
I'm gonna feel bad.
It's like that scene in Dodgeball where they get their uniforms, but it gets mixed up with the S&M.
That's right.
The S&M convention, so they have to wear the leather daddy stuff on their first game because it's you are required to wear matching uniforms unless you'll be disqualified. But yeah, that's cool.
I lived through skinny jeans, but I never ever wore leather pants.
Hop on. Wow.
Oh, yes. Well, no better point. No better point.
we go in order, Sam. So we'll get.
Tune in next week for Ethan's article on leather daddies.
Yep. Kiyoshi, what would you wear to a hypothetical Christmas party, or what have you worn before?
I'll go with something I've worn before. So
okay,
I love the idea of holiday themed clothes, but like I don't want to wear like kitschy like a stupid like Christmas sweater, like an ugly Christmas sweater. That's not
stupid.
Yeah.
So like I last time I went to a Christmas party at a friend's house. It was a very large group, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna wear my tux double-breasted jacket, but with black watch flannel trousers and a turtleneck. And I did also just to be a little extra, I wore like royal purple socks and loafers.
Purple socks.
And that was the last time I wore a Christmas outfit to anywhere. Last year I didn't really go to any Christmas parties, but yeah, it's been about 2 years. So in the future, I don't know if there's something more casual. I would probably do like probably the red sweater I have, the red shawl collar cardigan, and probably some sort of like basic turtleneck or like a plain white shirt underneath it, and maybe jeans or maybe some corduroys or something like that. And but I like the idea of like wearing like something that's very Christmassy for a holiday party. I think it's one of the few times a year you get to like I don't mind, much like Jason. I'm not a big theme party person either, but Christmas I could do. I like the idea of like wearing a festive outfit for Christmas holiday. So
yeah, I guess it's like when it's like the one time you can wear something like that, so might as well do it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just come dressed as Santa.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You dress as Santa every year.
Yeah, that is one thing. Like, I wish I could find a high quality Santa hat,
like hot Santa.
Like whatever that hat is.
Like
I thought you were
supposed
different
to
direction.
red cashmere, like flannel cashmere, and like actual shearling for the white part, the white band, and like I don't know, maybe like a rabbit's tail or something at the top. I don't know, just something like really super luxurious version.
You should commission one.
If any design managers are out there listening in, your hot item for next Christmas now.
There it is.
Yeah, put it on your list.
Can you imagine?
Nice.
I mean,
I'm writing this down.
Why isn't
Jason is Santa?
This dumb shit like this is the kind of thing like would be like on Mr. Porter, right? Like
yeah, exactly.
For the true connoisseur
Tournament
or like
style.
the Rake's like online shop, right? Where it's
that is something so over the top that it'd be there.
It's like if you're tired of wearing, we sourced this cashmere from Italy, goats that were bred in Inner Mongolia, and we dyed it using artisan techniques.
Privately flown said goats to Italy.
His name was Jim.
To have them sheared by Giuseppe, who's a renowned goat shearer. Who
we also flew in from Inner Mongolia.
We had the real Santa Claus come and inspect these hats and give him his seal of approval.
But
give him the gladiator thumbs
shears
down.
that are made by like Japanese artisans that are descended from samurai sword makers. And I'm just saying, like, there's a whole story here to tell for these $1,000 Santa knit caps that we're making.
What did you do?
Right.
And
people would buy
I would
it.
totally
I'm
buy
sure of that. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
they would sell out.
That with a fucking tuxedo. I mean, hell yeah, dude.
I'm
like
working on it right now. I'm gonna do it.
Maybe Suit Supply. I see
speaking-
Suit Supply doing that too.
And like for an extra $150, we'll hand monogram it on the inside.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of Italy and stuff, by the way, so the Drake shoes that we always talk about are looking too similar to Asterflex are made in Italy.
Yeah.
So
confirmed for Italy.
There's some of that there.
Maybe not Northampton.
Is Santa Italian?
Yeah, not.
I feel like
Northampton.
Santa would be Italian.
Well,
Do you think
Saint Nick was German, right?
Yeah,
That's
I think
right.
I think
yeah.
so.
Nicholas, or was he like?
Let's find out. Jason, are you Italian or German?
Oh, I'll never tell.
There you go.
Almost got him.
But anyway, so Matt, what would your I
Greek.
don't know if we talked about it too much, but the what's your Christmas
Saint Nick was
attire?
Oh, he's Greek. Wow,
Greek.
get us to the Greek.
Oh.
I feel like there'd be two sides of it. Like it's sort of like a formal or casual, kind of like what we were talking about. Right now my mind's going to the more formal, wearing like sort of like a knit tie, maybe OCBD and a chunky gray shawl cardigan. It doesn't have to be gray, but any shawl collar cardigan. And then maybe, I don't know, flannel or cords or something like that. It all depends on which I end up going with and all that. Right. But for like the dressier, that's the dressier side. But then the other side, maybe just a mock neck or a turtleneck, and then just some nice casual jacket. Again, depending if I'm going out or if I'm staying in. Yeah, just something to kind of even that up. But yeah, but I do like, if I'm doing that more casual side, again, having sort of like a tassel loafer white sock deal. And again, yeah, it all depends, because that might not be something, if there was snow all over the place, I would go out for, but not going out and there's not snow on the ground. So everything's up in the air. So I feel like those are the types of things, kind of like, yeah, we were saying cozy, a little bit nice, and little touches of formality, but just grounded a bit. Yeah, probably wouldn't do denim though, but probably either like a flannel or a cord, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, love wearing flannel and cord, man. That's like, prime cozy menswear right there.
It's so nice.
Rather than wearing worsted. That's the one thing about like a tuxedo, right? I would hate to wear worsted and like kind of like hang out. I guess if you're standing the whole time, it's okay. Like in my head, like a Christmas party, if you're standing, drinking the cocktail, I guess. But like in reality, I'm sure MJ and Spencer can tell you, like our Christmas parties, we're not doing it. Like we're like sitting down, we're like playing board games, we're playing video games, we're doing. I wouldn't want to wear a tuxedo doing that.
I still got like inappropriately dressed up for like our friend Christmas parties.
What'd you do?
Like a sport coat or whatever, just because I felt like it, like a holiday.
Well, you had to carry your notepad.
I think like with holidays, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm gonna dress up because this is something you could dress up for, and it's like, I don't. Yeah. As someone who outside of work doesn't dress up very much, I like a good excuse to, and I feel like this is a good excuse, and it's not like I would ever expect other people to, but it's like, you know what, I do want to wear some of the many nice things I have accumulated for no good reason.
Right.
And actually wear them for a occasion where I'm with family and friends. And it's like, that's my rationale for wanting to.
And
like
that's how I feel about my flannel tuxedo from the 30s that I've just been sitting in my closet. I haven't been able to wear it because I'm not performing. But that's, it's not like a worsted. Like, that's a very lax thing. So I love like
performance, Matt.
Life is a performance. Am I really Matt? Is this really happening? Is this not just an act? But I think I would totally wear that with, like, again, the red mock neck, because I'm picturing that in my brain, and then the red Uniqlo socks with the Drake's tassel, or not the Drake's, sorry, the tassel loafers, the black tassel loafers, like, because I love those reds and reds with the formal tuxedo. But again, it's like not like a worsted, so I could sit around in that, and I'm not chopped by bow tie. So yeah, but again, that I feel like that's for me at least sort of like a New Year's thing. Just Christmas, just like I'm not. It's just less. It's less formal to me.
Yeah, in my head,
I agree. Yeah,
I'm thinking of like what if you did like a black cord suit, but then you wore that with like evening slippers and like a cummerbund and like a like a tuck shirt and a bow tie, just kind of make it more interesting. I know that probably goes against so many rules of menswear, but like I'm in my head, I'm like, I'd rather wear that more than like an actual tuxedo, probably.
This is an article waiting to happen. The right way to do a black suit, because like so you said someone had like a black linen suit a while ago. So like, oh, that's cool. But then like a black cord suit. Oh my god.
Black cord would be really cool.
So, by the way, I know we're about to move into MJ and Sam and Spencer and what they would wear, but I got to address this one. So the Romero 89 says, hi, are you able to put your leg behind your head?
Yes.
Like John Lennon?
Sure? Did he get lost on his way to Lily Pichu or to Pokemon? Like, I feel like he's
play the air horn drop.
No, that the question is too thought out for a post
Let's all
their
try.
chats.
Let's all try.
All right, come on.
I'm doing it right
I'm gonna
now.
grab a screen grab.
Thank you for volunteering,
I can
Spencer.
hair. Yeah, I can't.
I got it on my head. Does that count?
I can.
Jesus
That's
That's
pretty good.
Yeah. Not behind, but I got it like on the top of my head. I got my foot on the top of my head. I hope that counts for something.
Yeah. MJ, what would you wear to this hypothetical Christmas party, or what have you worn to your Christmas parties?
Probably a turtleneck. I probably wouldn't do like a OCBD, or maybe I do a rugby over it, turtleneck and rugby. And I mean, see, that's already like warm, right? Like here.
I mean, it's California, right? Yeah.
So I wouldn't do like, I wouldn't like wear like a fleece over, even though I think that would be kind of cool. Or maybe like a short coat or a jungle jacket. I probably wear it with denim too, because I mean, parties, like, it's everybody's gonna eat at least 3 times while they're there, right? So might as well be a little bit okay with food spillage on my clothes.
Yeah, I had MJ had somi today, and I'm like, oh, it's not gonna get bad, and then it got bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Always.
They even put the pastry like upside down, but like I ate all the ice cream, and then when I tried to like crush the pastry to eat it with ice cream, it just like well, that's how displacement works. The extra just goes off the sides, and I'm like, well, fuck, my hands are sticky now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sam, what? Luckily I was like holding it out from my cord suit, so I didn't get anything on me. Just my hands were like full of sticky stuff.
Ooh,
That
nice.
has to feel kind of good though, right? Because it's like this could have been much worse, but I'm a pro at eating right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a pro
Sam,
at eating.
Really, what would you wear, or what have you worn to your Christmas parties?
Christmas is super casual over here, so like even, and also because it's always hot as fuck. Like this year, Christmas just gone is the first one I can remember where the temperature was less than 40 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Oh, dude.
I don't know much about Celsius, but I know that's very hot, very hot.
It's like it's a bit over 100, I think.
Jesus Christ.
It's usually a boiler. So like most people here, it's t-shirt, airy shorts, and flip-flops. That's it. For me, my go-to now is I've just gotten a Hawaiian shirt from the same makers who did Tom Selleck's one in Magnum PI, like the identical red one with the green, with the parrots and that. So obviously that makes a super good Christmas shirt. I would just chuck that on with some linen pants, and probably I got a pair of off-white penny loafers from Loke that I like to wear with shit like that. So that'd be my go-to. Nice. I'm pretty jealous of all you guys who get to layer during Christmas. I think a cold Christmas would be nice.
It was like 70 degrees yesterday, right? It was like warm.
Yeah, it was 27.
Mate, that's a cold Christmas to me.
Yeah,
it was like 16 degrees. Yeah.
Well, on Christmas Eve it was like 60, and so all the snow fucking melted, and so like. Yeah, I was like, oh, cool, it'd be a white Christmas, because it hasn't been a white Christmas in like, I don't know, a bunch of years for me.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, nice, finally. And then literally Christmas Eve, it's 60 degrees and all the snow's gone.
Just shit on all your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, 10 inches of snow gone.
Oh, some of us are forced to layer. Yeah, scoops, I'm sure. Yeah. Spencer, what have you worn, or have you worn in the past? No, what have you worn, or what would you wear to a Christmas party?
In the past, as I said, I've for family Christmas events, every holiday, because again, a holiday can't be an excuse to get dressed up. I don't know. I like tradition and ritual and stuff like that. So it's always fun to get a little bit dressed up or wear something special for a holiday. my opinion. So I would normally do something, of course, wintry. So like tweed or wool, flannel, whatever. With like a sweater, like, warm colors, stuff like that. If I was going to a Christmas party this year, I would probably do like cords with like my chunky J. Crew turtleneck as a base layer or something. Maybe just like a flannel, something simple. I don't think I would do a jacket. Maybe just a shirt and the turtleneck, but something a little bit more easy, but still kind of wintry and looking a little bit more festive and like I don't know. It feels like Christmas outfit to me. I want to wear something that still feels Christmas, of course, even if it's not.
Right.
Yeah, I've tried to do stuff like that. Like I don't again. I'm probably the most tailored person here. Like I wear ties and sport coats
in the world.
But I think during Christmas, Filipino family, you're playing with the little kids. You're eating like 3 times. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to wear any tailoring. And then of course, the thing I don't like about holidays is that I don't really get to see my friends because that's when you're with the family. So it's not really it's just like I'm either with like extended family or I'm just at home. So I never really dressed up during this time. I do remember there was one where this is another typical Ethan story. So this was like 3 or 4 years ago. What's up, Far Eastern?
Far Eastern.
I wore a like my gray like Ulster overcoat that's like Calvin Klein or something like that. And I wore that with like a chambray OCBD and a lamb's wool old maybe early 2000s J. Crew Fair Isle sweater, and I wore that with blue jeans, white socks, and penny loafers. This was probably like 2016 Christmas, 2016 or 2017. And the thing is, I ended up going to a girl's house that night who had just moved to California. It's a really weird story. She said, "I love you." It's wild. Yeah. So I guess we give some backstory of this thing. So we were texting. We matched on Tinder, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm not in LA right now. I'm in the process of moving there because I'm gonna go to FIDM." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let me know. If you ever want to hang out, let me know." And she she just never seemed like that into me or whatever. But then she was like, "Hey, if you're not doing anything, I'm not doing anything Christmas night." And I'm like, "Okay, well, as soon as I'm done with my family, I'll head over." And I went over to her place, and as you would expect someone who moved here, there is nothing in that apartment. Just there's boxes of probably like cooking stuff. Like a couple of clothes, and then a mattress on the ground. And so, this is not it was not a successful hookup because. Let me tell you, when you don't have anything in that room, it is cold. It doesn't matter. There's just nothing to have heat. And so also
and loud.
I didn't expect this to happen. Maybe I was just being naive. So I didn't bring pajamas. I had to sleep in my clothes. And there's no blanket, no heater, and it was just bad. And then
shouldn't have heat.
Huh?
Shouldn't have heat.
No heat.
No. Maybe she did, but she just—I don't know. She just didn't have
There's
anything.
A burning trash can in the room.
I don't want to be the guy to be like, "Hey,
an old onlooker."
Yeah,
thanks for
being so you guys would cuddle. Yeah, she wanted you to cuddle.
I think I've said this on the stream before, but I don't know. For me, falling asleep next to someone takes a while.
It takes a long time.
Yeah, I just don't get comfortable that easily.
I guess it's different when you've been sleeping next to that person for 7 years.
Yeah, you get comfy, but new encounters.
I'm I'm over here. We're good. Tamara's asleep before she even hits the pillow, and then
yeah, but the next day was not Christmas, right? So it's the 20th.
Not correct.
Yeah, and so
I want every other day to be called not Christmas.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I parked on the street, and it's a holiday, so it doesn't matter about street parking. But the next day was regular, so I had to wake up at 7. I had to wake up at 7 a.m. to put more money in the meter because I didn't want to get a ticket. And then she's like, "Oh, hey, do you guys want to go to do you want to come with me to Home Depot to get something?" I'm like, okay. And so it was just it was a weird experience. And
days never end.
she just never like called me back, which is like totally fine because it's just so weird. Like it's just
honestly sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I know I have nothing. You want to go to Home Depot with me? I gotta make a home.
She needs to go to bed.
I gotta make a home.
Where she needs to go. She needs to buy some sheets, some blanket, a comforter, goddamn bed frame.
Yeah, I could not sleep, and I'm like a light sleeper when it comes to like weather, like as in like if it's
Mama's
super
gonna
cold,
call the heating company.
I won't be able to sleep for a long time, and I won't be able to go back to sleep. I think if it's too hot. So
I just want to know,
like.
Did she have a car, or was she hoping that you'd go to Home Depot so that you could drive?
She had a car, but I drove because I didn't want to. Like, if I left my car there, I would run out of money. Because
you went in the car and she's like, "Can I live here?"
It's also like
it was cozy and furnished.
It was like $1 for 15 minutes. Like that's how expensive. Like it was like in LA. It was insane.
That's an expensive parking spot.
Wow.
This is why when we talk about stuff, like I refuse to pay for parking. Like I will walk. I will take an Uber. Because it's cheaper than paying for parking sometimes. Like I will like leave my car somewhere that's safe, and then I'll just Uber wherever I need to go.
Very quick side tangent.
$275 for this time.
Oh, it's $275. Blaze it. I was very distraught talking to like this opera guy that we were like getting in touch through a class, and he said he did auditions for LA and film and all that stuff. So I asked him, okay, when you do that, do you like rent a car or do you take public transportation or do you drive? And he's like, drive, baby. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to deal with fucking LA traffic. Not even traffic, just parking. I do not want to deal with parking.
I was gonna say, like, there's nothing wrong with traffic, but say if you're gonna go like to Hollywood and you're gonna have to put your car, like, you gotta go into the casting office or whatever, you're gonna pay for parking. Like that's not gonna happen.
Do they make
just start turning tricks
there as well?
That's right.
What?
Do they make motorcycles pay for parking everywhere there as well?
Good question. Do they? Oh,
pretty sure.
That sucks.
Yeah,
because then they'd all be
motor here. Is you free parking everywhere?
Jesus.
I haven't really thought about it, but sometimes motorcycles take up a parking spot, and it makes me mad. like
that's
come on,
true.
dude.
That's very true.
The parking
spots. Anyway, going back, typically with my uniform for just kind of wearing stuff for like Christmas, like family or whatever, I just wear like a red sweater, or like I think last year I just wore like a red sweatshirt. Like I have one from J. Crew a long time ago. I just wore that with like jeans or something. And then this past Christmas I wore my red cable knit sweater from Uniqlo with my
that's right.
Olive HBT pants, which is fun, red and green, and it was nice. Like that's probably what I'd wear for like a Friendsmas or whatever. Maybe I might dress up a little bit for Friendsmas because this past year, 2019, for the Bloke holiday party / ring jacket trunk show, I wore this shirt with a white turtleneck base layer with navy chinos, brown sport coat, and then I had the alternating like the red and green sock with penny loafers, and that was a fun look. That was like enough dressed up. Like I'm not wearing a full suit, but I'm still not wearing jeans or anything. And that was like a lot of fun. We got food afterward. Like it felt comfortable to wear. I could still sit around and like eat a lot of food or walk around and talk and take pictures. And Spencer showed up wearing his a plaid work shirt with like a red knit tie and his brown corduroy short coat. And then MJ wore his green spear point polo with also like a white turtleneck base layer. So I think that's kind of what is probably kind of common for us. Kind of dressed up, but still able to kind of relax. Like it's
right.
Not too overly fussy. Like I have never worn like a full suit for a Christmas party. I might if we were all hanging out, probably, right? Like a cotton suit or something. Actually, I do remember this. My friend Adam, you might have seen him in the Discord or on my Instagram, he invited me last year to, I guess there's a bunch of stuff last year, to like Asians and Entertainment Mixer at like a bar, and that was also like full of people. I mean, that could never happen with COVID nowadays.
It should never happen to begin with.
Yeah. Right. But I wore my navy suit with the alternating socks, and I wore that with like a Fair Isle sweater vest and like a like a knit tie. And that's probably like the most I would do. Maybe a bow tie instead, kind of if it's more festive. But yeah. That's Christmas attire, right? But day of, dude, when I just watched Soul and Wonder Woman, I'm wearing. Well, I was wearing the cable knit, but as soon as like it's nighttime, pajamas. Like that's it. Like that's all I. The
pajama game.
Yeah. So for the last last part of this, well, let's talk about Christmas presents.
I just want to say, unfortunately, I did not get to open any Christmas presents this year because Santa brought my gift early. A new printer. My office got a new printer.
That's nice.
Hold on. What?
You got a printer?
What else are we gonna get?
I'm sorry.
So my office got a new printer, and it was as if Santa himself had brought it there early.
Jason,
are we gonna get anything else now?
Because I didn't ask for that.
I did, yeah.
I thought Santa was a pretty mean old elf to bring it here so early. Everyone go watch it. You should leave.
Yeah. If it's on YouTube, we're gonna put up that.
It's on Vimeo. It's on Vimeo. It's not on YouTube. But that particular sketch.
And I said video like VHS.
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about presents now. So, as maybe the first part of this, do you guys like getting menswear presents, and how has that worked out for you guys? Jason, go for it.
No, I don't like getting menswear presents because it's never good. When my parents buy me they buy me like clothes, and it's always some like weird thing from like Kohl's. Like it's some sweater that is was made for like the shittiest of department stores. So it's like it doesn't fit. It's usually 100% flammable.
Yeah.
And it's always some sort of like quarter zip, quarter button, kind of situation.
You test out that flammable part.
Yes.
Right away.
And so no, I don't like getting menswear gifts. I don't mind like menswear like adjacent gifts. Like if someone got me like a book on like a style icon of mine or something, that's cool. But nothing. I don't like when people buy me clothes unless it's something like I said, "Oh, here, buy me this," and then they do, which never happens anyway. Like you tell people to buy you something, and they go, "Oh, okay," and then they don't, and they give you something worse,
shittier that you won't wear, and will hit those we're getting. Does anyone get you menswear gifts?
No.
Okay.
Never.
Never? Okay.
Never.
All right. Never say it, but you did.
I did give myself a new tattoo, though.
Yes. I saw that on the Discord.
Yeah, today.
Ink.
Thank you.
I get to say it like that.
8 tattoos in 12 months.
Nope. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Ink. You have to say it just like that.
Kiyoshi, what about you? Have
Very
you
David
presents been?
I'm trying to think if I ever got a menswear Christmas gift that I've kept, and I think the answer is no. I remember one year I got my parents got me something from LL Bean, and I just wasn't really like. It was like normally I'd be like, okay, cool, LL Bean, but it was like stuff. It was like a sweater or something. I just did not. I just was not into it, and
didn't vibe with it.
It was like it was probably a quarter zip.
Didn't pass the vibe.
It's always a quarter zip. It's always a quarter zip.
It's always a quarter zip.
One time they gave me it was like a quarter toggle. It had fucking like duffel coat toggles.
No.
Oh, I had one like that. I had one like
bastard child with a pirate shirt.
So yeah, I actually, unfortunately though, it came with the gift receipt, so I just sent it back, and I got the store credit, and I just bought bath towels, which was honestly like a great thing to do. I was like, shit, I'm buying like 6 bath towels with this money, and so I don't mind
bath towel money.
If there's I've often heard like there's like the purpose of like receiving a gift is like not so much for you but for the person who's gifting you, like to feel good.
The experience. So, like I think I know
to
you.
Make them feel bad about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, idiot.
So it's like you always accept it graciously.
I'm not an extra large.
Yeah.
Thing where no matter,
look, I'm dead.
Even if you do like a gift, you still pretend not to, just to deny.
Oh yeah. Just to knock them down a few pegs.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Pull it out of the garbage can.
I will say, like, probably the greatest gift of all time that is
Being
not
born.
Menswear related.
We have some different opinions on this.
I wish I could return that, honestly.
And that aborted baby was me.
Okay, up
did
next we
life
got
come with a
Tim
gift
Tebow
receipt?
coming on the stream. He's gonna
Yep.
yeah.
Break it down for us.
Yeah.
Wait,
A
the
holiday
best gift I ever
message.
got was the G.I. Joe space shuttle.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that thing was fucking
And that was
sick.
this year?
No, I wish. Shit, that was when I was a childhood.
Oh,
that was when I was a little tiny kid.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that was probably the greatest gift of all time because it's like it comes in a giant box. I love space stuff.
I mean, they had me at the box.
Yeah, giant.
This is a pretty big
box.
box.
It's like you're
I
already
once,
sold, right? It's like
I once got this
Okay.
Power Rangers set for like the Power Rangers Time Force, which had like their ship, and it had all like 5 of them or whatever. And it was cool as hell. And then when I moved to like our new house, my mom like threw it away because she's like, "You're too old for this."
Too old.
And I was 7.
Too old.
Does anyone
And I
remember?
was like,
wow.
Does anyone remember the video? Of
You had to
Trump
grow up
talking
quick.
to that kid, and he was talking to a 7-year-old, and he's like, "Hey, do you still believe in Santa? Because at 7, it's marginal, right?"
That is the funniest Trump moment
That was so
ever.
funny. When he's like, "You still believe
Because
in
at
Santa?"
7 it's still marginal. Right?
At 7, it's marginal.
That's
So good.
It's the best.
That's actually really fun.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way this video was shot too, because he's in front of a fireplace, much like Spencer, and it just zooms in slowly as he's on the phone.
He's great with kids.
Good lord.
He's
Say anything
great.
about
Yeah.
it, you could say he's great with kids.
Yeah, that's what they say.
They say it. Mm. Fuck.
What about? I know we talked about it a little bit on the stream, Matt, but what about yours? Or not the stream, the podcast, but
Right, the pod. I feel like
It's a podcast with stream without video and also not live.
also it's
true.
a bonus, so not anyone can listen to it.
There's no difference.
But listen, you're here watching because you listen to the bonus. So anyway, I'll just compare it to this year because I think it applies to a lot of it. I feel like we sort of touched on in the bonus, like not just like strictly clothes menswear, but also menswear adjacent things like the cigars and all that stuff. So apart from just clothes, I've received like drinking glasses and all that stuff, like shot glasses and like these Irish. There's an Irish theme, by the way, but like these Irish pewter glasses, and it's like. Great, I drink all the time. This will be great. But I feel like eventually...
I get shot glasses all the time, and I like people keep forgetting that I don't drink. And it's like every year I get shot glasses, and I'm like, what am I going to use this for? For when people... Yeah,
just wait back that nog!
Yeah. If you ever need to drink
Yeah.
smaller amounts of just like non-alcoholic liquid, like sometimes you're like, I'm thirsty, but not too much.
That's too much.
Just a little bit of water.
I gotta lubricate the gullet real quick. Just a little bit of
shot
water
of LaCroix.
Hey,
now. Now you're speaking my language.
Did we tell you that Spencer and I were at a party, and we were we were so thirsty, but they ran out of like water, and
no,
we
I
didn't
think
want
they
to
just like never had any because.
Oh yeah.
Wait, how do you run out of water?
This was at the Bloke, and none of their parties ever. I mean, dude, it's like whatever.
Water shit in LA.
They never had any water
regular
at their parties.
Water.
It was always just LaCroix. I don't like LaCroix. I'm not a
it's a trick in a battery.
And so
what?
And so we got LaCroix, and I drank like half of it and just left it on a table outside. And then like Jeff or whatever came up, was like, "Oh hey, you left your LaCroix here," and I'm like, "Oh." Thanks.
The greatest gift of all.
Yeah.
Did I leave that there?
Well, did I leave it?
It's like half like leaving trash, but also half like, oh, hey, they probably forgot this really great drink that they love. We gotta give it back to them.
Yeah.
Gotta get their LaCroix.
Totally
Kids love that LaCroix.
Kids.
That's
Tastes good like crap.
If I'm thirsty, I sure as hell don't want LaCroix. That's gonna make me thirstier.
Yeah.
It's salad. It's the salad of drinks.
Yeah, I need regular water. I need real water.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
it's not that. So I like other seltzers though. I just don't like the Croy.
Really,
like
okay.
I like Pellegrino.
I don't mind Pellegrino.
Okay.
Like the blood orange one is like top tier. But like I can't stand LaCroix.
But see, that's because
LaCroix tastes like it looked at like a fruit. It just looked at it. It didn't like.
It just.
I
want that on a Snapple.
It saw fruit and said, "Okay, I'll take a note of that." And then
and that's it.
Noted.
And then continued to taste like a battery.
Kiyoshi, did you ever have the watermelon?
Watermelon is one of the worst flavors. So I've actually tried.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Flavors.
We know, we've seen it.
Watermelon is one of the.
I did not care for
worst of all time.
Pesterac or whatever it is.
What's the best one?
Yeah, what is
personally, blackberry cucumber is the best.
I think it'd be really funny if, like, at the same time that they banned like the mint jewel pod or mango jewel pods, they also banned like mango LaCroix.
It's my second favorite,
but like by like an accident.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, oh fuck, we banned all mango flavored things on accident.
Oh well, might as well. Even the Laffy Taffy.
MJ, have you gotten?
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
so that was just the menswear adjacent, but I was also gifted like sort of the clothing. Like my dad was gifting me all this sort of like an Irish themed like from Jimmy Halligan or something like that. But like he got me a flat cap and a vest that's really large that I cannot wear closed at all because it's so low. But I could wear it open if I really wanted to. So I was like, do I bring this hat? Do I bring this vest? But you don't. I don't think because it's a size small in that flat cap, and I have a large head, and so it's like I can wear it, but it's like making my brain hurt if I wear it for longer than 5 minutes for a photo op. So I don't know. It's fun, but I don't know that I'd wear it. I feel like a hobbit if I wear it. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of menswear gifts. I think as a running theme because it's hard to find that what you like, you know, but we appreciate the effort, but we also don't appreciate the effort. All right.
MJ, what about you? Have you gotten some from your titas, your lolos?
No.
Not really. Okay.
All right. So
I think they
Thanks for watching
without me telling them by now. I don't know what happened, but like at some point it was like, I mean, other than like socks and scarves, like nobody's given me like a sweater recently or like, you know, something like that.
Ooh,
which is good.
I forgot about socks.
You know,
rocks on socks.
Yeah, I mean, I got shoes, Chelsea boots on the way.
From where?
From my mom, from Doc Martens.
Oh, nice.
I love Doc Marten.
But
Dr. Martin, please.
Doc Marten. Also not a medical doctor, but you know they still call him doctor.
Oh, Jill. Hey, Jill, take a chill pill.
Jesus. What else, MJ? Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Stream's over.
Yep.
What about you, Sam? What about your menswear Christmas presents there? So
I only get menswear Christmas presents if I have specified what I want and the size, which is good because if that didn't,
they listen to that?
No chance it would fit.
Are they usually at gift prices?
Wow, good for them.
Yeah, I don't ask for like expensive.
That's always tricky.
Do
you guys find that?
You don't want to ask for shit that's a few $100. It's like,
can I get a Drake's Grenadine tie?
Yeah, I'm so out of touch with my family that I'll ask for like something like what I think is something normal, and they'll be like $50 for a sweater, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Also, by the way, where'd you get $50 for a sweater, or a sweater for $50 rather? That's a good deal.
Right. Well, but then just like I can't believe you spend that, and I'm like, I've spent way more on way less.
The most annoying comment ever.
I'm gonna tell you about Shell Cordovan real quick, guys.
Let's break it down.
I can't even tell them how much like a regular dinner costs, or they lose it.
You know, I paid $15 for water, right?
That's the hardest part, like not actually, it's like there is shit I want, like menswear shit. And you know, I do get asked, you know, occasionally, like my parents, "Oh, what do you want for your Christmas?" I'm like, I can't tell you what I actually really want because I'm embarrassed by how much it costs.
Right.
And like, I don't like. No one should have to spend that money on me except me at this point.
Like, I'm not embarrassed at how much it costs. I'm embarrassed at what you're gonna say afterward.
Yeah, or like
it also goes the other way though, where it's like based on obviously my financial situation, I'm not someone who could just drop new barber money for like someone like as a gift. But I'd love to get to a point where hey, I could just do that or like something like that, just like this really practical thing, or that's adjacent to actually stuff I like. You know?
Yeah, it works great on the flip side, whereas like my parents have such low expectations of how much things should cost.
You can
I can literally get them anything. And like I save so much money on Christmas.
Right.
That's the
yeah, I like your friends in the know that you
I
gift
go to like the 99-cent store, and if I get them something like cool from like the at the store across the street, they love it.
I had some last minute shopping on Christmas Eve, and I drove past the dollar store and just looked at it. But on my way to Target, like, don't you do it? Don't you fucking do it? You,
my parents would love it.
I actually think I find out a lot of like what my mom would like, because my mom is. If you guys have seen her, she likes a lot of like designer brands, you know, and so I can't buy her like clothes or anything, which you know I probably would have good taste at, I just can't afford it. But my mom loves pop culture. Because she's like, you know, she's like an old like 80s nerd, so like, you know, whatever is like currently cool and quirky, she's like super into it. And so like I think that's kind of like, okay, if I got her like something Mandalorian, she'd probably like it. But luckily this time I got
make
on
TikToks.
She has made a couple, which I think is
she's still on Vine.
Somehow.
But no, like I got her a are you a preppy hat from Rolling Blazers, which she really liked, which kind of makes sense because she owned the original preppy handbook back in the day. I wanted to get her the Diana sweater, but like it's not going to come out for like another 2 months. Also, it's expensive.
It is expensive.
Yeah,
it's a good one though.
Worth it.
And then I did get her a book from like that's like 1967, which is like a book of opening chess strategies, because she really loved you know, Queen's Gambit, and then like for Christmas she bought herself like a chessboard or something. So I'm like, okay, I can get her a book, and I like finding old books and everything. But Spencer, what about you? What are some fun menswear Christmas presents that you've received?
I mean, as I said in the podcast, the best ones I've got.
At least they had enough taste to get you a fucking book, dude.
Like no one's ever really successbely. I mean, I've never really gotten like a present, like no one bought me a suit or whatever. Like there's been a couple of things, like you got me something that you bought for yourself at a thrift store that didn't fit you. And so you gave it to me, but that was like the only time that I've gotten like a piece of clothing gifted.
It was a 1950s it was 1950s charcoal with a red window pane peak lapel jacket, which is actually pretty cool. Like it's a good like slick jacket kind of a thing.
But
anything bad? Like anything bad? But like
I mean, like I don't know, like someone like who goes to like my dad's church or whatever. It's like, oh, I hear you like old suits. Well, here's some ties, and they were just a bunch of like 70s polyester ties.
That's actually kind of similarly funny, because I think someone either from Taylor's Keep or there's like another. What's the other? I guess that's one that I can think of, Taylor's Keep, but I'm sure there's another one somewhere. Where they messaged me on Twitter, which is like a place I only recently started using, and they said, "Hey, I just what's your address? I can send you like an old suit I found. I think you'll really like." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, here it is." And they're like, "Cool, wear it in good health." And it's like a fucking 80s suit. Like it was bad. Like huge shoulder pads, really low buttoning stance. It was like a 6-on-1 DB of like wool silk or something. Really just awful. And then like the pants were like kind of high waisted. You know, they were fine if I just wore the pants, but like people just don't get it. You know, they just say old and like you're gonna love it because it's vintage, but like 80s. You know. And there are some.
I love how we rediscovered the 70s, but the 80s is
unbelievable. Exactly. Pierre Cardin. Yeah, exactly.
Here's one of the books I got this year. you're not really going to be able. You can kind of see it if I do this. I'm afraid to move it too close because that's fireplace. All the folk singers and the bureau. Very interesting read, right up my alley. The subheadline, the subtitle is "The FBI, the Folk Artists, and the Suppression of the Communist Party, United States of America, 1939 to 1956." So it's really just about, I don't know, it's about the early days of folk music, or I guess the early days of commercial folk music in the United States, and also the early days of the FBI and the blacklist and the communist witch hunts. So a lot of things that I'm interested in. Communist witch hunts, blacklist.
It's a list that's black.
Yeah, exactly. But again, this is not a menswear gift, but yeah, like I don't know, books like this. This is
that's still really cool. Yeah. I really wish my family. To give them credit, like I think they understand my own taste, but
I put that book on a Christmas list. It wasn't like pulled, but
okay.
Yeah, but it's still
from the archive.
I usually just get like cash or something, So for me, I think I mentioned this in the podcast, the bonus one. You can listen to it. But what I got a lot was like fucking like Perry Ellis like wallets. I got that a lot. And until I finally said like fuck this, because they always like, they're just not the best, and I don't like. They just didn't have enough personality. I got like my trifold, like my breast pocket wallet kind of a thing, and that's been my favorite. I got that a lot. I think I did get Paul Smith socks, which are kind of fun, like multi-stripe. They're not as bad. Like they're kind of like I wouldn't wear them now, but I still have them, which is in case I ever feel like that's going to be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
I've gotten like a couple like sweaters back in the day. They're always too big for me, obviously. Yep. Sometimes they would give me like an H&M gift card, which is back then it was fine, But
I always get a Forever 21 gift card.
That's all.
That hurt.
Do I look like a shopper?
I literally
cards for an auto shop.
You spit on them
for 10
Yeah, auto shop. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Both, my girlfriend and I got like $100 to like, or it was like $50 each to Forever 21, and the two of us, have never stepped into like a Forever 21. So,
that's so much money for that store. Oh my god!
Right,
you would buy the store.
We went in, and we bought like mainly just like knickknacks and like socks and shit. It was so much.
You have candy on the way out.
Literally so much shit. Like from like the checkout line, basically.
Yeah, that's like the kind of thing where it's like you could just buy out their entire store full of socks and be like, I'm just going to donate these to a homeless shelter. Like, because it's like it would go so far. And
we were pulling things off of like that checkout thing. They were like, "Oh, it's $75," and I'm like, "Oh fuck!"
Shit.
Like okay, $80, and I'm like, I need 25.
No,
it's like impossible to like spend it.
I started asking like the cashier, "Do you want anything?"
You're at the carnival. It's basically the carnival.
Yeah, you're like you're at a Chuck E. Cheese, and then like you got a bunch of tickets, and you're like, hey, what? Like you already got the microscope, you got a bunch of loose stuff. Like, what are you gonna do?
Microscope.
Like, hey, who wants Tootsie Pops? Who wants this like fucking keychain?
Microscope. I get a spider ring, and that's it.
Hey,
I get a date with
titular Chuck, man.
When all your friends at your birthday party are good at ticket games.
There you go.
Oh, no, I'm very good at ticket games. I just always get a spider ring.
I think when
I'm always there by myself. Yeah.
When we all get the vaccine, let's go to a Chuck E. Cheese and I'll do like skee ball or something.
And you'll have herd immunity, right?
Let's jump in. Let's jump in the ball
jump in the ball
together, which is the least socially distanced thing you could possibly do. That's like the most, like if you're gonna catch a virus there any year, not just 2020, anytime it's gonna be at the ball pit. But
unfortunately, Chuck E. Cheese is gonna just have to shut down permanently. I'm
gonna start sucking on.
I don't think it's gonna be able to make it in the post-COVID world.
My favorite thing is like the Chuck E. Cheese mascot is a rat. It's like that is the least hygienic
Not even a mouse.
It's a rat.
He used to be like they
It's
used
the
to kind of
pizza
portray
rat.
him as like a scummy guy because he had the bowler hat and he was like, "Hey, I'm Mickey Mouse over here." Like that's was his vibe.
It's that guy who dresses up like a rat in the subway in New York.
Yeah,
Why? I mean, this is a little off topic, but why do like a bunch of like sleazy guys always have like a New York, New Jersey accent?
Like from.
I mean, yeah, I watched
it's a New Jersey. It's a per capita thing, right?
Yeah.
There's so many people there. You're just gonna have more of them.
More assholes.
Even though the percentage is the same, you know, there's just more people. So there's more of these people that exist.
So,
and you're in a very densely congregated area.
I bring this up because, like, I was watching Wonder Woman and like a guy's hitting on her, like on the street.
Right.
And so she's in DC. She works at the Smithsonian, and there's a guy like,
the Smiths.
"Hey, lady, over here. Why don't you give me a kiss?" And it's like, wait, why do you sound like that? Why are you there? Like
New York, Maryland.
That sounds about right for Wonder Woman.
A tie and like a trench coat,
like an SNL skit.
Yeah. It was
he doesn't look like your stereotypical.
Want to buy some watches?
That whole movie is terrible.
Also, that movie is a little bit menswear stuff. I'm not going to write about this movie because I don't think I have to. But that movie embraces the '80s so much that even the like the scientists at the Smithsonian, who will probably be like normal guys, they're all wearing like double polo shirts with like their hair is like flock of seagulls and like shoulder pads. It's like that's not what regular people wore. Like not everyone was a meme in the '80s.
I'm seriously
not everyone was fashionable, quote unquote.
In flock of seagulls.
I really thought we'd be done with our '80s thing by now. Like culturally, I feel like we should have. We've been into the '80s for so long at this point. Like it's like from 1990 onwards, everyone's been like, "Man, remember the '80s? That was cool as hell." Get over it.
That's what happens when you do that much cocaine.
Yeah,
like Gatsby killed the 20s. Do you think this movie will kill the 80s?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's see.
I don't think a big kick now for the 90s.
Oh,
I mean, even now, like
which is worse.
Real indie stuff is like more 70s now, you know. So
yeah,
but I'm talking about like all the big mainstream like 80s shit. Too much of it. If you ask me.
Well, that's like the. Well, I wasn't even thinking of the Stranger Things 80s, but now I am. Just like that whole side of it, like this that nostalgia.
This is like the other side of the nostalgia thing. Do you guys remember that movie? It was delayed by COVID. The Ghostbusters sequel with Paul Rudd, where they're doing the thing where it's like, it's like the original movie happened, and it's like these are like their grandkids or their kids, and they're rediscovering.
Did that come out?
And it's like,
or what?
Are you talking about The Force Awakens? Or?
But it was all about. It's like it's all a metaphor for nostalgia, and it's like, oh, see this guy whose character would have been the age that he would have loved Ghostbusters as a kid, and now he's all grown up. Just
fuck off.
And I'm like, I think that COVID might have killed that genre of movie. Just because none of them came out for a year. But that would be a good thing that happened.
I hope it comes out. I want to watch it.
Well, I definitely don't like... I'm not a nostalgia head, not a nostalgia nerd, if you will.
Nostalgia critic?
But I did like Stranger Things and the way it looked. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, again, but I do, have an 80s thing. I also have a 70s thing, so...
Yeah.
But I mean,
they're cultural
cool.
parts of the 80s.
I didn't live through any of this, so I don't look at it through the rose color glasses.
Right.
I mean, I can obviously separate the cool 80s from also the fact that the Reagan destroying the world 80s.
Wait, he did that? I play Cold War, and he seems like a cool guy who just wanted to.
Oh my god! What a fucking joke that is!
I mean, it's like I haven't finished the story, but I think Reagan's only in the beginning part. But yeah, he storms in there. He's like, "We've got to take down the bad guys by any means necessary."
There you go again.
Yeah.
Sounds like an American.
AIDS exists, please.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm gonna go to the chat here. We only got 2. Hey, chat! Don't forget, you can send us. Tell us what you got for Christmas.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Tell the Gipper what you want for Christmas.
In the future, we're gonna replace Santa Claus with Reagan. Like people are gonna sit on Reagan's lap, and it's like, well, tell me what you want for Christmas.
Man. Take a virus. He said he got some black full strap pennies from Rancourt. Very cool. Full strap pennies are great. And then Scoops just says they let me buy all your menswear stuff. Yeah, that's probably about right. Like I said, my family just kind of gets the cash. I wish they, maybe I should start like telling them what books I like. Maybe that'll help them,
Here's the list.
Here's the list.
Because
I always say, if you just get me any kind of
give you like
Japanese
caps and underpants.
it's gonna be great. These are pretty cheap.
What is the
like,
shittier version if you give them a specific book? Like, they can't fuck that up. Like, they're just like, I got you the coloring book version. Like, there's no
you
way
asked for Twilight, but here's like
I mean, well, so
two vampire erotic novels.
You mean fan fiction?
It's just fan
Any
fiction.
shade on my extended family.
Oh wait, no, I did see this on Twitter that someone asked for like anime, and then they bought them like 50 DVDs of hentai.
But
that sounds like a
That's not great though, right?
That was on purpose.
I got this from an extended
They knew what it
family
was.
member.
They
yesterday.
knew.
I'm not complaining. It's a thoughtful gift, and I'll probably read it eventually. It's called "Dreams from My Father." It's Barack Obama's 1995 memoir. Not his most recent one, as I originally
Not
thought.
the one where I realize I have the exact same taste in girls as Barack Obama.
No, this was the old one, but I think it's really funny because what I imagine happened is they like asked like my dad or stepmom what I'm interested in. It's like, oh, he's like likes politics, and so they just got me.
Oh, you know what's a really good one? Getting like indie
Get
graphic
art of the
novels.
deal.
A graphic novel.
Scoop says he got a fountain pen he wanted.
That's
That's
nice.
pretty
That's
cool.
a cool-
I'm
that's
not
another cool
I'm not a physical writer because I have the world's worst handwriting.
I have pretty bad handwriting, I gotta say.
Everyone says, "Oh, there's worse." No, mine is worse. Mine is literally shorthand for my thoughts, as in I can see what I remembered while I was writing it, and it comes off as it's not chicken scratch. It's more like loops. It's just like
Read it
Mine-
back to us.
I can't
Mine is an
read it.
amalgam.
Just say you don't know how to write. Just say you're illiterate. Like you just
Yes, to go
Mine's
back.
like a combination of cursive and not cursive. It's sort of like a combination of two. And like, I think it's pretty fine. But then I have a vendetta against all my professors in undergrad saying, we hate your handwriting so much. Please write better. So I try to type.
no, and I'm gonna write worse.
Yeah. Fuck
This reminds me of the isn't there like a Gentleman's Gazette video of like fountain pens or something?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his
got
thing.
it.
That's how we
He
got
loves
into
those pens.
eBay.
Of course.
And it's also like for me, it's like I have nothing worth writing physically down. We're gonna write down bird internet. Like I don't know what that's.
I don't
Yes.
like end up making a whole lot of notes, but I do like having it just because I have a terrible short-term memory, and I find like taking out my notebook and a pen is quicker than my phone.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I do
also, I
think
don't really
physical
have to worry-
writing.
I remember things more when I write it than when if I
It's-
type it.
Yeah. It's better for learning if you physically write it. So that's what I often do for school stuff. And I just need, I don't know fountain pen, but it's like I need a fine tip, like a 0.5 millimeter, because I really like writing tiny and I like writing fine. So that,
Alright.
as long as it's black pen, that's what my go-to is.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Thin.
Then,
Interesting.
I like a
Yeah.
thick pencil.
what do you do?
Like the,
Point
like the ones that you get in first grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practice
Yeah, not even mechanical. Just like
The ones you get at like the
Ones-
arcade.
The ones that say my
you're the
first,
art. You're the art student with the graphite pencil. That
my
asshole.
first
Oh my
Ticonderoga
God.
or something like that.